Hello and welcome to another episode of the Workplace Podcast with Nelson Dominic. In our last episode, we spoke to young professionals, people who, are in their early career days, between 1 to 3, in most cases 1 to 5 years, and we, gave some valued information on how they can, thrive and succeed in the workplace. In today's conversation, I'm looking to talk to people I would call new managers, people who are leading a team of 1 or 2 or 3 for the first time. People who are probably coming to the title of team lead, manager, supervisor, right? And they're just confused on what to do, how do they lead people, what's expected of them. First thing I would say, that leadership is not in the title. That you have been called a manager doesn't make you a boss, and doesn't actually translate into you being a bully, or you trying to lead by force, or trying to be strong-faced just to register your presence or register the knowledge that you are the new manager, you are the new kid on the block. Right? Being a new manager is scary for some. For some others, they see it as an opportunity to pay back all the bad and evil that was done for them. To them, I meant to say. Now, how do you, as a new manager, succeed on your role, right, and being a leader beyond the title of a manager? First, you would see the first thing you should do is create a vision. Define what success looks like for the team. First, for yourself. What does success on this new role, on this new title mean for me as a new manager? What does success mean for the team? Now you've defined that, translate it into specific goals, right? Put them together into goal 1, goal 2, goal 3, goal 4. Now communicate your vision to the organization. I use the word organization there intentionally because you will say, you want to communicate it to your team. Remember that as a new manager, you are not just accountable for your team, you're also accountable to some action and some results from even your bosses and people above you. And so communicate your vision to all relevant stakeholders, from your boss to your peers to your colleagues and even to your direct reports. Persuade and help them understand how your goals will lead to success, right? And be open to some tweaking here and there, some changes here and there, some questioning here and there, because that is the way to be able to concretize your goals towards achieving success. Now when you've done that, create the strategy, right? Your vision, which is your destination, the strategy, how do we get there? Now create a list of tasks and milestones to ensure that the team achieves the strategy. What milestone, what activities, what timelines, do we want to hit per time that will specify to us that we are on track to meeting our goals and to seeing that the vision you have crafted as a manager is fulfilled. Now you probably have come into the team, and you see that after you have put all of those, tasks and strategies together, then look at your team. And that's where number 4 comes to say, hire the right people to execute the strategy. Identify what hard skills, what critical skills are necessary within your team. Train for some if you have to train for some. Make necessary changes and adjustment and shuffling within your team to see that things and communicate, communicate all of these moves as well to your team. Let them understand what your why is. Hire for more if you need to hire for more. Fire if you have to fire. But be sure you truly need to fire. Have the right team to execute your strategy. Train and coach new hires. Very importantly, first teach them how to do a task by doing it yourself. Your job as a manager is not to be a task master. Your job mostly is to lead by example. Do it yourself. Show them how to do it. Ask them to do it. Identify the gaps for improvement. Now keep doing this until they can execute it at an acceptable level. Do not be that manager who say, I have to do XYZ, you not do it up to my tastes. Have you defined your taste to them by even trying to execute something for them to copy? Secure the necessary resources, for your team to do their job. Now, this include equipment, gadgets, budget, tools, whatever is the resources that your team needs to do their job. Ensure that you get this right resource, because therein also lies your own success. Put a process in place to ensure high performance is another process, another step for you to take, right? Set measurable goals, delegate work, required to hit these goals. Monitor performance through weekly one-on-ones with direct reports. It is very important. You will be a failure as a manager if you wait for quarterly review, biannual review, or year-end review to review those goals with your team members. Ensure that you have one-on-one scheduled on the calendar of your team members every week to go through their plans, to go through their goals, what they are working on, or to just check up on their personal life and see how things are going up with them, understand what roadblocks they are facing, understand what challenges they are facing, and it is your job as a manager to get out those roadblocks, right? Identify what is not going well, right? And nip it in the bud as soon as possible. Number 8, motivate your team and maintain high morale. Set ambitious goals, like we said. Celebrate every win along the way. Get a pizza bite, go grab coffee, go grab lunch for every milestone you hit. Do something, do a shout out, no matter how small. Celebrate these small wins to motivate your team members. Every win must be celebrated. Make sure that everyone is recognized for their job. Do not ever take the glory for the job your employee has done or your team member has done. Give shout out to them. These are things that drives motivation and help your team, to stay highly motivated and highly engaged. Build the culture you want to see. Shape the culture. Celebrate others, right? What you want to, what are the values you want to see. Shape that culture by you being embodying it yourself, right? Show how it works, and then be an example, be a replica of that culture. Anticipate what the future looks like. Number 10, always plan what your 3, 6, 12 months look like. Problems are avoided are better than problems solved. So where you need to avoid problems, avoid if necessary, solve those you need to solve, identify future opportunities, and make sure that your team is ready to capitalize. Number 11, develop your interpersonal skills. Learn to listen. Most importantly, learn to listen, communicate, motivate, give feedback, and take feedback. Feedback is never about you to an employee. Feedback is you to an employee to you. It's a two-way street, and feedback should not be allowed to fester for long. Feedback is not a disciplinary tool. Feedback is not you waiting to say, employee, you have done X, Y, 50 times, so therefore I'm sending you on suspension. No, that is not feedback. Feedback is nipping things on the board as we go, giving feedback on when they've done something great, when there's done something not too great as well, you communicate it. Feedback most times is on action, not on individual. This is the action that you have done. This is the impact to the team. This is how we can correct it. Not, oh, you're an idiot, you have done X, Y, Z. That is no longer a feedback. Feedback is on the action and how to nip the action on the board. Take feedback as well. Oh, my manager, you shout too much. Take that feedback, work on it. Oh, manager, you don't give me enough praise. Take that feedback, work on it. Manager, I don't have enough resources. Take that feedback, work on it. Feedback should also be taken even as a manager. Lastly, be self-aware. Work on yourself. Good management, good leadership starts with managing yourself. Be aware of your strengths. Play more to your strengths. Outsource your weaknesses. Work consistently on maximizing your strengths and limiting your weaknesses. Till I come your way again next time, this is Nelson Dominic, and this is the Workplace Podcast with Nelson Dominic. Thank you for listening to this episode. We hope you got more value than expected. If you have any question, comment, or suggestion, please reach out to us. I'll be more than available to help you and to provide clarity. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram as the Workplace Podcast with Nelson Dominic. Also, please tune in to listen to our several episodes on all our audio streaming platforms as well as on YouTube. This is the Workplace Podcast with Nelson Dominic, navigating the workplace one episode at a time.